let's get started. And Neville, I'll hand it over to you if you're ready.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Tully, for that. So yeah, good day, everyone. My name is Neville Boorman. I am the technical sales consultant from CLS Southern Africa, based in Cape Town. Today, I just want to quickly brief everyone on our near real-time solutions with enhancing the current Argos satellite constellation. Okay. So who are we? I know many of the industry do know about Argos, but do they know about our other activities within our global reach? Currently, at the moment, we contribute to all of the sustainability development goals. Our goal is to aid our partners and clients around the world to provide a better environment and a better plan for the future. So we are involved in quite a number of business units. Our core business unit at the moment, environmental monitoring and climate, which is the core focus in Argos. So a little bit about our network. So currently I'm sitting at the little bottom over there of CLS Southern Africa in Cape Town. It's really very chilly today, so I hope the Northern Hemisphere is really loving the temperature up there. But we're in about 30 locations across the world, including about 900 employees. So Argos is global, so we are global as well. When it comes to the business unit, environmental monitoring and climate, many individuals know us just purely for Argos, but we dive into a lot more environmental data. At the moment, we have about over 13,000 animals that we are tracking using Argos. But the idea is to provide as much environmental data as possible to help researchers, to help conservationists, to help the world and the climate. So Argos, what is it? Where's it come from? And where are we going? So Argos was originally created in 1978 for universal connectivity. Over the years, we've connected many more transmitters, and like I said, over 13,000 transmitters are currently being tracked across the globe. We have a processing center that's based in France in Toulouse. We process the data 24/7, 365, so no downtime for any of the data that's being transmitted. So where are we going in the future? Okay, so this is just a brief introduction of when the main satellites were launched and put into space and connected to our transmitters. You'll see that in 2024, there's a little line over there that explains Kineis. So Kineis is one of our partners that is aiding us into launching more satellites to complement the current Argos constellation. Little brief imagery of the satellites. So these are nanosatellites. They're about 28 kilograms each, and we'll be launching 25 of them between now and mid-year June next year. Okay, what's the difference? So what is the difference between the old constellation and what's coming in the new constellation? So in the past, currently to date, 9 uplink satellites, before June of this year, 9 uplink satellites and 2 downlink. 9 uplink means you can send the data from wherever the units are to get to the end user. At the moment, as of June of this year, we launched the first 5 nanosatellites with our partner Kineis out of Rocket Lab in New Zealand, so that we are now getting that data from those nanosatellites, and we're all nominal with that data. So what is the future? So the future is we're adding 25 nanosatellites to the constellation to provide a near real-time solution. So as many of you may know, at the moment, we do not have a real-time solution, but as of June next year, we should have a near real-time solution. So what does that mean? So you're going to have an average of about 1 satellite passing every 15 minutes. This is an average, so it can change from satellite pass to satellite pass, but the idea is to provide almost that real-time solution. The daily transfer rate is a lot more, a lot quicker, a lot faster, and we've improved the modulation. So what that means is the transmitters, when you transmit a message via satellite, the amount of power used from the battery of the unit is a lot less. We're looking at almost half of the amount of power, so it's very useful when it comes to the future of tracking. June next year, we're also looking at possibility of two-way communication. So you'll be able to send commands to the units and receive the data, and obviously longer tracking, smaller trackers, etc. Applications. So as many of you may know, we're currently tracking a lot of animals across the world. So the idea is to continue with that, provide the near real-time solution for those trackers, but also to migrate into more environmental aspects. An example, livestock tracking, oceanographic, smart agriculture. The sky is the limit, literally. To give you a brief understanding of where CLS is and where individuals are across the globe. Currently, at the moment, we have our management sitting in France with dedicated team in CLS France, but then dedicated team members across the globe. Tom, I see my colleague Thomas in the meeting. He's from Wurzel Group in America, and we have coverage on a global standpoint. So in saying all of this, we have all of the in saying this, we need to have a backup team. We need to have an understanding of the satellites, understanding of the data, and this leads me to the telemetry unit team. This team works to provide the data, to provide connectivity, to connect all of the units. So these are our backup telemetry team. Thank you. That's all from me.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Neville. This is very exciting. Some of you may know we've been running a movement ecology program, including a horizon scan, and a lot of the needs reflected in that work, I think, are reflected in the motivations for this too. And Thomas has been a good kind of conduit to the community, I think, in the past here. So we can see if folks in the chat have more questions for you. But I guess one is just like, what are you most excited about come June to see in terms of immediate impacts in the application space?
Sure. I think, we are looking at obviously there's multiple options within the industry and there's multiple options and having a lot of the legacy sort of animal tracking, providing that near real time, I believe, especially for researchers and conservationists, you're able to make decisions much quicker, much faster, and with greater impact. So for me, I really believe that coming June next year, we have the opportunity. You have opportunities to try and mitigate human-wildlife conflict, number one, or have better decision-making tools in order to sort of reduce conflicts such as human-wildlife. Yeah, I think from my side, it just provides people with more data quicker to be able to make decisions.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Neville. Yeah, again, if you have more questions for Neville, we can follow up in the chat or in after hours as well.